you to happy acres.
We haven't met you, but someday we might get you.
Our chosen profession leaves little room for self-expression.
Methods don't vary, it's always cash and berry.
We seldom get to meet first.
You always enter feet first.
But when your card game's played out,
We help to get you laid out.
we have a suspicion nobody loves a poor mortician.
It would be nice if you tried, 'cause we're gonna see you by and by. Die, 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 die.
You ask why we do it. It's quiet work, there's nothing to it. We're always ready, and heaven knows it's steady.
There's nothing much of cutting when days are spent in turning.
But nights get pretty scary around the mortuary. A tisket, a tasket, we found a blue and yellow casket. Drop in and give it a try. No need to malign us.
You'd better watch that sinus,
'Cause we're gonna see you by and by. Die, 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 die.
We buried my uncle in saran wrap because he believed in reincarnation. He thinks he's coming back as a peanut butter sandwich.
Mr. Diller, do you really like the undertaking business?
Well, it's a living.
Oh, terrible. What a tragedy. Oh, why him? Why him? Why not you?
Madam, try and get a hold of yourself.
He was too young to die.
Madam, he was 96.
He was too old to die. It was so unexpected. He was never sick a day in his life.
It says here that he had been laid up with a bad heart for over 20 years.
Oh, so he was sick once. What's going to happen to the children?
Madam, I understand there was only one child. His son is 71.
Oh, he's too old to be an orphan. Oh, Henry.
Madam, it's Charles.
Charles? Oh, good heavens. I must be in the wrong room. Oh, I'd better hurry. Henry hates it when I'm late.
When I die, I'm going to give my body to science.
Why don't you give now and go later? They don't call me Weird Wilbur the Snake Freak for nothing.
And so we pay our last respects to a fine man, a good husband, and a very, very dear friend of mine, beloved Herschel Levine.
That's beloved Herschel Levine.
Mrs. Hampton, in regard to your beloved husband, Hugh, I would like to acquaint you with some of the services we perform here at the Arrivederci Funeral Home.
Thank you very much. You're very kind.
You're welcome.
This says $2,100 for a coffin?
Yes, we're interring the beloved in our El Conquistador model.
Oh, do you have anything cheaper?
Why, certainly. We have the roustabout model. It's only $1,600.
Oh, what's the difference?
Oh, basically they're same, except the roustabout doesn't have a top.
I'll take your conquistador model.
I thought you would. Now, in regard to the other services, we'll, of course, have the routine cost of transportation, flowers, minister, music, ushers, photographer, the usual. All comes to a grand total of $4,750.
Oh, that sounds fine.
Yes. Now, where is the dear departed?
Oh, well, he's in a motel in Cleveland. He departed this morning with a maid.
Drat. Then he's still alive.
Well, he won't be when I get to Cleveland.
I see. Excuse me. Murray, you can pencil in Mr. Hugh Hampton. Saturday week.
I understand if a person commits suicide, he cannot be buried by the church.
A friend of mine did and was.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He dug a hole in the churchyard and jumped off the steeple with a load of dirt on his back.
Gee, it's too bad about Joe.
Yeah, he was a great guy.
That's when he almost had no faults at all.
Well, maybe one small one. He always wanted to have the last word.
I did not.
I had a wonderful time last night. I went to a surprise funeral. The guest of honor was really shocked. It almost killed him.
Would you want a eulogy at your funeral?
Over my dead body.
I was never afraid of dying until I found out what funerals cost. Well, that's life.
Well, what do you think of tonight's Mod World?
Well, after seeing it, I have decided I am not going to have a funeral.
You're not going to have... Well, don't be silly. What are you going to do when you die?
Same thing as Uncle Ephraim. Something like this.
I thought he'd never leave.
The business keeps soaring.
This basic black gets really boring.
I'd love some bright tie and dye.
There's no need to spite us.
Just watch that tonsillitis.
Cause we're gonna see you by and by. Die, 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 die.